So far, we have written all the code in just one file. But that's not how we build real applications because as our code grows, maintaining these large files gets harder and harder. So we should split our code into different files or modules, each serving a purpose, just like how we organize our kitchenware in different cabinets and containers. So here we have two classes, circle and square. Now I'm going to move this to a new file or a new module called shapes. So back to our project. Here in the source folder, let's add a new file called shapes.ts. Now let's move all this code right here. Okay. Now these classes are currently only accessible within the shapes module, so we cannot use them anywhere else unless we export them. So let's export the circle class so we can use it in the index module. Now, back in the index module, on the top we type import braces from, and here we type the name of the target module as a relative path. So we type a period and a forward slash to reference the current folder, and then we type the name of the target module, in this case shapes. Now, note that here we don't type .ts or the extension, just the file name, okay? Now, if you want to go one level up, instead of one period, we use two periods, okay? So here we have the shapes module. Now back to the braces. Now if you press Control and space here, we can see all the exported objects from this module, in this case, circle. Now, while importing this, we can optionally rename it to something else like MyCircle if we have another class or another interface or another type in this module with the same name. This way we can prevent name clashes. And currently we don't have this scenario, so this is unnecessary, okay? Now let's go back to the shapes module and also export the square class so we can import it right here. So we type a comma followed by the new type, okay? So now that we have imported these classes, we can use them just like before. So we can create a circle object with a radius of 1 and then log its radius. Now, VS Code is complaining that we have imported the square class, but we have never used it. So we can put the cursor here. If you're on Mac, press Command and period. If you're on Windows, press Control and period. And here we select remove unused declaration for square. With this, we can clean up our code. Also, it's nicer to add spaces inside the braces. That makes our code slightly more readable, okay? Now, let me show you a shortcut. We don't always have to manually import objects on the top. In a lot of cases, VS Code can help us. So I'm going to delete everything here and just create a circle object. Now note that the moment I type circle and press enter, VS Code automatically added the import statement for us. Beautiful. Now, what if we were not typing this? What if we copied this code from somewhere else? So let me remove this and just create a circle. Imagine we copied this from somewhere. Well, you can see that here we have a compilation error, right? So once again, we can press Command and period or Control and period. And here we select add import from shapes. That's a very useful shortcut. Now let me show you one more shortcut before we finish this lesson. So let's define an interface called product with a name property of type string. Now, if we want to move this to a new file, we can put the cursor on the interface name. Once again, we press Command and period or Control and period. And here we select move to a new file. Now, in our project, we have a file called product.ts. Now note that in this case, VS Code is using the Pascal convention for naming this file because we have defined a type with this name in this file. Which convention you use really depends on you. There is no right or wrong. Different teams like different conventions. So that was the basics of creating and using modules. Next, we're going to talk about module formats.